Back in the reaction video, breaking Avengers 6 Secret Wars, villain revealed in major. See what everything always has to say about this, and check this out.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Bremen, aka Allfires. Happy New Year's to everyone. I hope 2023 is your best year yet. I'm going to take that same optimism into the MCU. Today we have a major update coming from one of our industry insiders. Tons of details about the upcoming Avengers Kang Dynasty and primarily Secret Wars, filling in a major blank for question marks we still had about who would ultimately be the villain. And we'll do the normal spoiler warning, read through it in full, and I'll try to annotate it where I can with other industry insider reports. I'm also going to do the legwork for you and try to easily sum up, as per this reveal, the Beyonder's role in both Secret Wars, Dr. Doom's involvement as well, and what exactly it looks like Marvel's going to adapt from that storyline. We're breaking it all down, updates on Secret Wars, cameos in the villain, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews, to the occasional industry insider report, and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. The next giveaway will coincide with the release of Ant-Man and the Wasp, just over a month away. So all you gotta do, be a sub, leave a comment down below if you want. Stick around to the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so first up, the normal spoiler warning. Remember to take everything that doesn't come from Marvel Studios with a grain of salt. However, today's updates come to us from the anonymous Twitter scoopster My Time to Shine Hello, who in the past has been right about certain details of Marvel films. So if that in any way is going to ruin your Marvel experience, only you know if you're susceptible to that kind of thing, you might want to back out now. Also, and I believe that My Time to Shine Hello and any of the other industry insiders would agree with me, no matter what details we may or may not have correct about the upcoming Avengers films, there are surely many reshoots, rewrites, and changes ahead. No matter what state of existence either of the scripts for these films are in, whatever plans Marvel Studios has, no one detail should be taken as set in stone. His updates start, quote, "The way they plan to make Secret Wars work without it being a 4-hour movie is that Kang Dynasty will have the, quote, new Avengers as leads." New Avengers meaning She-Hulk, Moon Knight, Captain America, Falcon, the characters introduced during Marvel Phase 4 or the ones that have taken on new roles. While Secret Wars will mostly be from the point of view and will focus on the heroes from other multiverses, meaning Secret Wars will be the movie when we finally get towards the end. Everybody's fighting together on the same side. You'll still have those new Avengers involved. Trust me, She-Hulk, Falcon, they'll all be there, but you'll also have the involvement of, well, he goes on to say, quote, "Yes, Tobey Maguire and Hugh Jackman will meet and fight alongside each other in Secret Wars," and whether or not, again, that's set in stone, it definitely paints a picture that Marvel Studios wants everybody that they've either brought back or plan to bring back during Marvel Phase 4 on screen and at the same time, but fighting against two. And that's where we find, I think, the biggest update of them all. Again, this coming from My Time to Shine Hello in the last 24 hours, that the ultimate villain of Secret Wars will be a Kang variant, and that Kang variant will be the Beyonder. And being totally transparent for just a second, guys, this is one of the first times I've had Marvel news in quite a while where I had a fan moment and thought to myself, no, there's no way they can do that. That doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to spend the next minute bringing you guys completely up to speed on both Secret Wars storylines, the involvement of the Beyonder and Dr. Doom, and why I have a very hard time believing this is the ultimate reveal for Kang as the main villain. Okay, there were two Secret Wars storylines, the first of which was in the 1980s, 1984. The whole goal behind that storyline was put all the Marvel superheroes and supervillains in a comic so they could sell action figures. Believe it or not, this is really all because of their now neighbor over at Disney and Star Wars, who on the back of their first film in the late 70s were selling a ton of merchandise, primarily action figures. Marvel wanted in on that market, so they did this major crossover. Not only did it sell the merchandise they were hoping for and really change some of Marvel's business model, but it's become the marquee crossover in a comic book publishing company that looks to do these crossovers all the time, and now that's no different from what Marvel Studios has become. In the very first Secret Wars in the 80s, the Beyonder is first introduced as being everything in his own universe, and if you're wondering about how powerful this character is, although he sounds like the Watcher in his own universe outside of space and time in the multiverse, he's way more powerful than the Watcher. In fact, he's the most powerful being there is in the entirety of the Marvel universe, except for the one above all. This is what allows him to manipulate the multiverse and create Battleworld, where indeed he wants all of the heroes and villains to fight against each other. This is the first Secret Wars. Now, ultimately, he's defeated Doom tries to steal his power but can't keep it, and everything is returned to normal. This is where She-Hulk ends up taking the Thing's place on the Fantastic Four. And while we know they're going to draw details from the storyline, including the black suit symbiote Spider-Man, which was a major part of the branding, this was all confirmed by Jim Shooter, who wrote the original 1980 Secret Wars at a Comic-Con less than a year ago, where he exclaimed that Marvel Studios approached him, and even though this was done as a work-for-hire meeting, they paid him to do this IP where they would keep it as their art, wanted to secure it under additional contract and additional payment so that they could use all of these details without being worried that Jim Shooter would come out of the woodwork and sue them. That means that all of this is on the table. It's the 2015, the next major Secret Wars run, written by Jonathan Hickman, that we know they're already drawing from, with the inclusion of incursions, which is what leads Doctor Doom alongside some other heroes to confront the Beyonders, the entire race, during the beginning of that storyline, in which Doctor Doom is actually able to defeat the Beyonders, take that power for himself, and he's the one this time who creates Battleworld. That's where the Thor Corps are his police, Doctor Strange is his sheriff, and he's basically rewritten reality, but again with the power of the Beyonder. So in both Secret Wars storylines, the Beyonder is super important because it's his immense power that allows for the making of Battleworld, and in fact, it's his immense power that ends up righting the wrong with the help of Molecule Man and Franklin Richards. When they finally defeat God Emperor Doom, they're able to make the multiverse one again. This major adaptation from Marvel Studios would now look to make the Beyonder one simple variant of Kang. In the comics, the Beyonder does give himself a human form with which to experience the multiverse in person, and that could go a long way in explaining his interjection into the multiverse or sacred timeline in the first place. But the big reveal has always been that Kang the Conqueror was also Nathaniel Richards, as he refers to himself in the 30th century as one of the first variants, and I still think that that's intrinsic to the storyline. While Kang has always had a very complicated story with multiple reveals and retcons, just saying that he was basically the Beyonder all along changes the fabric of that character. And I also think that the non-inclusion of Doctor Doom by My Time to Shine Hello may not be telling the whole story, and here's why. We've already heard from multiple other industry insiders that Doctor Doom's introduction to the MCU is imminent. And while I do believe Marvel Studios would probably rather focus on one major big bad like a Thanos, Doctor Doom has always been super important to the Secret Wars storyline. It's the power of the Beyonder that enables him, of course, in the second story, but there's a lot of major duality between him and Reed Richards. And so, well, yes, Marvel Studios has always been at major liberty and taken it to change things about characters, things about stories. Let's face it, Infinity War in the MCU isn't anything like Infinity Gauntlet. They're missing major characters like Adam Warlock. And so you really have to take the MCU's telling of these stories as their own thing, which is totally fine. But to me, ultimately, making Kang a variant of the Beyonder does not preclude Doctor Doom from also being included in the storyline. So if this is the route they choose to go in conflating those two characters, I hope they have room for Doom as well. But you guys let me know all your thoughts down below. How would you ultimately feel about them making the Beyonder just simply a Kang variant? And if you agree with me that you want Doctor Doom to be a part of this story, I am all ears as always. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. Alright, we are still giving away PlayStation 5s at the channel, although now that we've hit 1 million subscribers instead of milestones, we're going to do it to coincide with the film's release. So the next PlayStation will be given away when Ant-Man and the Wasp comes out on February 17th. If you want to be entered to win, or for any of the other giveaways we announce at the channel, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber, then leave a comment down below, and because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on, and as always, if you liked today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. Also, remember, we only announce winners in the videos, never in the comments, so be vigilant on my channel, any channel on YouTube, really any platform. There are spammers and scammers everywhere. Remember, anybody can use your favorite content creator's photo and tell you you won something, but no one will ever ask you to contact them on a third-party app. YouTubers don't do that. We also don't ask you guys to pay for shipping. Keep that in mind, and if you do see those comments on my channel or anybody else's channel, just report them. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter @I'mFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, wherever you listen to original music under the name Allfires. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.
Please subscribe, like this video, and have a great night, and see you guys. Bye.